and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And here's the return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Moving to a bunch formation. They'll run it here. Get some space around the 30. An effective play, good for a first down at the 35.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Everyone moves the ball across the 40.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the third down conversion.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Give it to the back again. Tackle made at the 21. This offense in great scoring position now.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, this guy's already over 30 yards on the opening drive of this game. Another nice play right here. If this defense can't stop him, just keep feeding him the football.
Quarterback escapes the pocket. And he just throws it away. Second and 10 here. It's a shotgun run call.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. It's a fumble. The defense recovers the fumble.
Well, anytime the quarterback takes off and improvises, there's always the risk that the ball goes on the ground. He does a nice job of going off script, trying to create to make something, anything happen, but he doesn't take care of the ball, and the defense does a nice job of swatting the ball away.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Second and long from the 14. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver makes the grab, and we're able to get him down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, USA.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And a sophomore making an impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
They'll kick it away here. He'll field it close to midfield. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They moved it well last time. Got across the 50, but then fumbled the football away. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
The quarterback's got to do a better job here of reading the coverage. He was determined to get that ball thrown to this receiver, but they played double coverage. He still tries to throw it, and he almost threw an interception.
The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made on the right side. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
So they'll send out the field goal unit to give it a shot here from very long distance. The kick is short, and that's going to be returnable. They better get down to cover this. Over the right side. Can they chase him down? Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Southern California.
Chris, I can honestly say, man, I think I've only seen this maybe 1 or 2 times. Of course, the famous one a few years ago, the kick 6 in the Iron Bowl. But here, give the return team a lot of credit. They had a guy back expecting maybe a missed field goal. They got some great blocks and leads him all the way back for a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice game like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice game.
Makes the catch, but couldn't stay in bounds. Incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this.
Not the news the coach was hoping to hear. He took a chance calling a timeout to get the replay. We'll see if that proves to be crucial. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. He's on the run. Launches deep. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. The offense with 5 receivers now. Empty backfield. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. A handoff to the back. Fighting him off. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. So a field goal attempt coming up now. Trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And they've got the returner corralled. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He'll hand it off. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Snags the quick throw. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Recovery by the defense, headed the other way.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there. They were able to knock it loose.
He's going to hand this off. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Costly holding penalty there, backs him up 10 yards. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, SC. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish a lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. That fumble in the last possession set up a touchdown. Can they bounce back from that costly error here? Tries to get it to the running back. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Second down play coming up. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, everybody talks about sacks, and they're very important. But sometimes just the rush, the pressure, affecting the quarterback is just as effective. He didn't have a clean throwing lane, and they forced the incompletion.
Incompletion brings up third down for the offense. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Look at this. He'll go deep again. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30. Big gain across midfield. They'll spot it down near the 30.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on that third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Using his legs on the scramble. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And is intercepted. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Finding some room at the 25. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. That's an important first down on that running play. Ball handed off. That run moves the ball across the 35.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime. Here's the second down play. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the back now goes in motion. They look to throw it here on second down. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
Timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And looking for a big play here. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And that one is no good. After the miss, it remains a 17-point lead. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The offense is back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Third down play here out of the shotgun. And he dumps it off to the tight end. And that will pick up a first down. Spotted at 38.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with a lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. He's brought down out at the 46.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situations, much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
That run sets up an important third down call for this offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. It got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, keep working that clock, trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
And the Trojans pick up enough yardage for a first down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but it's a huge gain. They'll spot it about the 27. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there on the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Got it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the back. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, if it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Here's the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he was able to get downfield for the first down.
And the Trojans will line up here on first down and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Trojans. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Lets it go quickly. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And he goes down after a big chunk play, the kind of explosive play this offense has been looking for. One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Short pass finds the tight end. Stiff arms the man. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
It's a quick grab. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver, looking to scramble. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense still out there. They're going for 2 here. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And they'll use the ground game here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Second down after that previous play.
Get set, get set.
The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the first down play.
Easy.
The back's got it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. The completion picks up about 8 yards, but sets up a 4th down play now. And the Trojans will line up to kick it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And on 4th down, the punter sends it away. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. The DB's backing off from the line now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And it's good for a first down to the 36. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, it's another positive play, but, man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Important second down play coming up. Defense not pressing this time. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch downfield. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
Hey, here's some positive yards. You love to see that. Now you've got a chance here to continue to...
And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Looks right for a quick completion. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. And the Trojans looking to keep this drive rolling.
You know, they've got a lead here late in the game, and the play calling, I think, shows you how much confidence they have in this quarterback. He's had a pretty clean game today, and this decision to still throw the ball with the lead shows you that they believe he's going to make the...
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
The offensive line will have to regroup after the sack. It's 2nd and 13. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. Keep it on the ground to work the clock here. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, this is a huge 3rd down coming up here, and here's where that chess match comes to head. And for the defense, they desperately need to make a play if they believe they have any chance of coming back to win this game.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? And they finally tackle him down after one big gain in the pitch and catch.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Trojans looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. It'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot in the field.
You'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. And the Trojans come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. And tackled there by the defense.
Well, Chris, they come up short of the goal line here, but they've got to still consider going for it. You could try to punch it in from the 2, or I'm sure they've got a couple good handful of 2-point conversion plays that they could use for this kind of situation. Let's see what they can dial up.
And the coach keeps the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, USC. And this one is getting ugly.
Coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And it's incomplete as time runs out. Game over. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment. But now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.